Santa Maria! It's the State League show with Singy and Big Sexy. Get out the right bread and mustard this time, Grandma, because the State League show starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the State League show. My name's Big Sexy. This is Singy.
Singy.
Yeah, just Singy. Just
appreciate that.
Regular Singy. Yeah, you were getting a bit angry at little Singy, weren't you?
Yeah, no, that's all right.
My bad.
Well, I mean, this show's not much without me, so...
That's a good point, wow.
Wise from you.
It took him, maybe, what is this, 3 or 4 episodes? 4 episodes now. The head is just massive. And
not massive, but, you know. I'm the research arm of this.
That's a good point.
Enterprise,
you are the research guy. Yeah.
So Singy it is.
Singy's here. I mean, wow, what a big weekend it was. Not as big as it could have been.
Could have been real large.
Yeah. Well, obviously the Gala round, we missed a bunch of games. We're all aware. It's a shame because it was gearing up to be a pretty awesome weekend or week really, I guess. But yeah, weather didn't play out for us, so we did miss a fair few games. 3 games got in across the week.
Yep.
That was obviously the Wednesday game, the Thursday game, and the Friday.
Night,
all of Saturday and Sunday were rained out. But we're going to talk to you about those games that played and, of course, preview what's going on this week. So before we do, I just want to give another quick shout-out to our sponsors, or our supporters, the Hydration Station, giving us these sick drink bottles. We appreciate them. Have you been using yours?
I have been, yeah.
Really?
Like, religiously.
Wow.
Big water guy.
You have? Yeah.
No, it's great. Keeps your water cold, which is what you're after. I did just drop it on the way over here. So
yeah, that's good.
It's not leaking, so it's holding up.
So I've had a Yeti for a long time, and when we got hooked up with these guys, I was like, I thought I'd lost my Yeti, and I was like, oh no, and then I was like, hang on, this is perfect. Like I'll just replace it and get myself a Friggy and get it engraved, and it's all good. And to be fair, like I've been using a Yeti for years. This is just as good. And like my old Yeti, I dropped that thing a lot of times and bulletproof. So I'm guessing the Friggies are too. So there you go.
So far, so good, mate.
So far, so good. So we appreciate you for supporting us at Hydration Station. Go and check them out at Hydration Station Perth. We love those guys. And I was going to start a little thing. Like if you see us at the ballpark without our drink bottle, like we'll shout your drink bottle.
Yeah, all right.
So like, are you going to forget your drink bottle?
No, I won't. No.
No, you're pretty good. Yeah.
No, comes with me to every game, every training.
Yeah.
It would be unlikely I forget it.
Yeah.
But
I think
not impossible.
Training's a bit rough. But like if you see us at baseball on a Sunday, game day, I mean like if Singy's on the mound, bit rough. Be like, hey Singy, where's your drink bottle? Like, well,
I'll be able to point it out. It'll be on the bench.
It's over there.
In order. Next to my banana.
Yeah.
Next to my DP.
Yeah. No Nurofen? You don't mix the Nurofen in there?
Nah.
Yeah, right.
Coffee grinds. But I'm a man of...
coffee. Yeah.
What do you call it?
Regime. Yeah. I like that. I appreciate that. I'm like that with like the night before I have to have all my gear like in a pile, like in a nice neat, like, all right, I know that's there because of the, fear of not having
Admittedly, in the mornings, I'm a bit more of a scramble, but once it comes to game time...
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
In between each inning, once I'm heading back out, one sip of water, put my deep heat on, one bite of banana, and maybe I might have a coffee or those cold iced coffees or a Coke, one sip of Coke, and then out to the mountain.
Yeah, right.
So
wow.
We're weird. We're weird operators, pitchers.
I think that's all of baseball. It's all like a regime and like a superstition even.
Superstition.
Very superstitious. Yeah. I have a thing where you can't... I know we've just completely gone off rails.
That Gala weekend,
well, there's only 3 games to talk about, so we've got a bit of time. I have a thing where like you can't shave game day or get a haircut game day.
Yeah, right.
Or like potentially even the day before. But
I can't grow a beard or a moustache.
Yeah.
So not an issue
so
for
you've
me.
never had to shave.
I'm like, can't shave game week.
So, well, there you go. So if someone sees us at the baseball fields and you go, hey, how are you? Show us your drink bottle. I'll show you my drink bottle. But if I don't have it, or if Singy doesn't have it, we got to shout. We got to hit up Hydration Station for a free drink bottle.
Yeah, gotcha.
That sounds fair.
That works. Yeah,
that sounds pretty good.
That's your side of things. So I'll let you know. I'll pass through a list of names.
Yeah, the poor guys at Hydration Station. They'll be like, "Hey man, stop giving away free drink bottles." But no, we appreciate them. Look, let's talk about it. Let's go into the first game, of course, on the Wednesday night. Rocco. Who are they playing again?
Rocco played South Perth. Rocco, well publicised. My pick to click.
Singy loves Rocco.
Oh, boys at training have picked up on the pick to click thing, haven't they? So, but no, they got away well. I think probably the biggest story of this game was their import came out. As you do, you give your import game one. You want to get that first win under your belt, and he came out through 5, sensational innings, 11 strikeouts, two hits. I think I messaged the group chat when he was in the fourth or fifth zone. Oh, he's done a perfect game, and then you know how it goes anyway.
You sent me a selfie. You were wearing a Rocco shirt too. It was real weird.
But he's obviously come out, and we talk about the unknown. This is the exciting part of the season. What's everyone's imports look like? What are we up against? So he came out. I spoke to some of the South Perth boys, and they said, he just filled up the zone. Not super overpowering, but was able to mix it with a couple different pitches. And what I will say is, I feel like start of the season, arms are always ahead of bats.
Yeah.
So for South Perth to come out and get an import first up, it was always going to be a tough assignment for them. But they scored a run late, so if you want to look at the positives, you can take that away. But Rocco came out, good import, got some good Aussie relief, and came away with a W. I think it was 4-1 in the end.
Yeah, wow. Sorry, I was listening to you talk, and I was like, Singy's not wearing a hat. Why are you not wearing a hat? What's going on? Did you forget?
Mate, we're inside. Nah, I don't know.
It's a baseball show. You're going to rock a baseball hat, man. Come on.
I've got nothing going on today. I don't know.
That's right. I'm wearing socks, so it's okay.
Yeah, we're not about to win the
Best Dressed
Podcasters Award, are we? That's sure.
It's weird. Like, why would I want to put shoes on to come into a room I've been in all day?
Why would I want to put a hat on inside? To be honest, these lights are blinding, so the hat might have been right.
You get used to it.
The shine off my receding hairline.
Nah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Yeah, we might get a hair regrowth sponsor out of this. This is perfect.
Well, I'm getting married in a month and a half, so if anyone's out there, I need you now.
Yeah. So game 2, Thursday night. Who played that?
Swans and Gozzies.
Yeah.
So I think I've been giving Swans a bit of love, and I text JD and I said, mate, you got too close for comfort for me after being pumping you all pre-season. But no, Swans came away with a one-run victory. Spoke to JD and he said it was a very much first game of the season for everyone, for both sides of the lines. I think there was 5 errors across the game, and a fair few walks. So he said it felt like it's still early in the season. Had a bit of momentum, then gave it away with a couple of errors, and vice versa from Gosnell's side. So I know that Clarko from Swans went, and he always works into the season. So I'm sure by the time we face him, he always seems to give us a bit of trouble. But he got through 3. Kai Verona, young lefty,
so
Aussie.
I was going to bring that up,
yeah, 3 and 1/3 in relief for one run. So invaluable innings there, and I think he ended up with the win. So really great outing from him. I actually saw on Swan's Instagram, which
exactly
as we've spoken about is very good. He got their player of the game, which
the MVP.
Well deserved. They got a new face at the top of their lineup as well, TK, who's came not
Tim Kennelly.
Not that TK.
Yeah.
TK, who's come over from Vic Park. He looked comfortable in the top of their lineup. Had 2 hits in the leadoff spot. Their import catcher had a couple knocks, and I think JD was very pleased to be able to just roll out his import arm as well for the last 2 outs. That was handy for him because I think Gosnells were coming a bit. So to be able to put that roadblock there. But on the Gosnell side of things, I think what I've heard is their import only arrived the day before, import arm.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he'll be better for the outing. Surely he might have been a bit tired, bit of jet lag, whatever it is, in a new country and all of a sudden on the mound. So, but that's the life of an import.
Yeah.
We bring you out to to
I remember
play. So
last year our imports arrived and we were playing Braves. Funnily enough, Morley were
Braves
playing
at Braves.
Yeah, and the guys sort of rolled out and they'd literally, I think they landed either that day or the night before.
Yeah.
And you just like, they're like, you could see it. They're like, what is going on here? And then they had to go out and face Matt Kennelly.
Yeah, I do
MK Ultra.
That. Yeah.
And it was just like, hang on, what is this? Like,
I think they had,
there's another one-run game too.
I think they had 6 pop-ups between them.
Yeah.
You know, the old MK gets you. Oh, that looks like a cookie. You swing your tits off and I've popped it up.
Yeah.
So,
I do want to go back to that though. That was cool. And shout out to Swans again. Sorry, but like, hey, you know, they gave out the little MVP chain necklace. I like that. I think that's cool. And put it up on socials. I mean, hey, awesome. Well done.
I will note, Swan's doing a great job there, but I have seen some pretty good content. I saw Wanneroo's content's been pretty good. They posted their lineup. Big shout out to Perth. They did a pretty cool thing. They did like a player profile and photo on each one of their players and coaching staff. So
nice.
Shout out to them as well. It's good to see a bit of. I guess it's where the world is now. Like social content. That's where you get your engagement. So there's some good stuff out there.
Every time I see it on the State League Show, at State League Show on Instagram, every time I see it, I share it to the stories or whatever because that's what it's all about. So that's some cool stuff. So let's move on to the Friday night game. I've got you. I've got this one. I was there.
Research on this on your front row research.
Yeah, I got a good seat to watch this game. Of course, it was the grand final rematch. It was Morley versus Braves on Friday night down at the ballpark. You can go back and watch it on Baseball WA's YouTube as well. It was live on Facebook Live as well. Really, really cool numbers and things like that. They were, from what I've heard, people at Baseball WA very, very happy with how all of that went on the streaming side. So that's exciting. But yeah, what a game. It was a one-run ball game, pretty much the whole game. Not pretty much, it was. Finished, Morley got up 1-0, but let me tell you something. What a game between these two teams. Kieran Hall came out with the ball. He started. Another guy called Brendan Singh came out in the middle there, a little mop-up role. We'll get back to that. Came back out in relief. And, of course, you saw the stars on the Braves side as well. All the guys were there. As Hatcher started into, was it Tucker or into Tucker into Bowie. Bowie looked nasty. And it's to that point that you made earlier. And it is generally the case early on in the season, but it's like the arms are ahead of the bats. And it kind of showed here for both sides, to be fair. There was some pretty good defense. Morley got a run pretty early on off a Mitchie Graham double out to left field, which was awesome. But yeah, he on a knife's edge, mate. What a close game. And I'll give you your flowers, mate. I know you're not gonna say it, but Singy come out into a pretty cool spot there. I think it was in the third inning, and you had about 3 innings of relief of a big spot in the game where a couple of times you had runners on and shut them down. So well done to you, mate. I think you for what you did there. Unreal. Like it could have gone either way, especially facing that Braves lineup. Yeah. But Singy shut him down, and it was cool. So there you go. I know you're weird now. You're like, oh, what?
You got me.
Why is he being nice to me?
No, I appreciate it.
But it was good. And then you see, after that, for you to be able to give the ball to Was, things like that, and then of course, like Bowie. Again, I'll say it again. Bowie come out of that pan, and that was nasty, man, for those guys. He was playing third base, comes on the hill, throwing hard, and throwing that little slide curve piece.
He's got that. Kind of his arm slot over the top, the fastball throws it really well at the top of the zone, and it kind of feels like it rides on you. And then he's got the good breaking ball from the same arm slot, kind of looks the same. So definitely caused our boys some trouble. And when he's successful, that's what he's doing. He's throwing that fastball at the top of the zone, and and then snapping off the breaking ball. So there was if you're not a baseball fan, you wouldn't have enjoyed it because it was a pitcher's duel. But I'll tell you what, that's what I love as a pitcher. Some really cool, some good talent out there on the hill. Obviously, you mentioned Keys. He's got, I think, some of the best stuff in Australia. Always works into the season a bit, You can almost guarantee a hit by pitch or two, which is not fun when you're in the box because he's in that probably at low 90s at the moment.
I think Ryan Harder took one off.
Ryan Harder,
knee or off the thigh, was it?
Or the gut. I think it might have been a little more central. If you know what I mean. Like flush. And I tell you what, credit to Ryan. I've never seen an umpire do this. This ball came through. Dougs Thompson acknowledged He didn't get crossed up. He just missed it.
Yeah.
Which is his honesty is elite. But it's hit Ryan.
Yeah. Pretty flush.
Where. And he's taken a breath, he's obviously, but he's called it a strike.
Yeah.
I've not seen
Finished
an
the call.
umpire get hit and then still, call the pitch where it was. Normally they're worried about, obviously in a bit of pain or something. So
No, I watched it back. He put it
that
on
was
his-
impressive. What is quite funny is Ryan came down. Morley had an intra-club the week prior, and Ryan came down and umpired a few innings of that, and Kiz was throwing.
And got him again.
And Ryan has a bruise the size of his whole leg on his leg. So, yeah, Ryan, see you this weekend if you're around.
Sorry, mate. Probably go find someone else to umpire this weekend. Wow, yeah.
That's it.
But no, what a good game.
Yeah, back to the game. I think a shout out to all the arms. Talk about Kiz and obviously we know what was brings. But on the other side of things, I think Todd Hatcher, when he's on, I think he's shown he's got some really good stuff. One of the better arms in state league, and I think if he can stay consistent, he can really contribute for the Heat. I think Todd's issues, and he'll acknowledge it, is he's not always, he doesn't produce that every outing. We saw it in the grand final, but when he's on, his ability to throw that lefty change up to a lineup full of righties, that change up's like his strikeout pitch. Whereas, probably in state league, you probably more often see it's more of the breaking ball that's the strikeout pitch. Todd's change up's really good, and I think his fastball plays up a bit as well when he gets it at the top of the zone. So, he kept us off balance. Really made like one bad pitch for the night, and unfortunately for him, it was to Mitchy Graham, who, he's looking good. He swings the bat hard, and he put a good swing on a change up in the middle of the plate, and RBI double, and we kind of didn't look back from there. But Braves definitely had a few opportunities, so we had some good defense. Old man Chapman over at first base, he doesn't look like
he did all right. He did great.
Oh, no,
he got a lot of good picks out of the dirt.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. He's a bit of the old Scotty H picking machine over there, and he had two really big picks for us over there that probably allowed us to keep the lead. So
absolutely,
it was. Again, arms always ahead of bats at the start of the year. That was no different, but it was a fun game.
Yeah.
Fun to give JK a bit of stick as he kept coming around at third base. So he's thinking, why did I take this job on?
Yeah, I got to go and talk to these guys.
Between me, Bono, and a few other blokes, he was probably sick of us, but it was good fun.
I probably shouldn't bring up what happened to you in the first inning, but so we should probably just move on because that was really funny when you got in trouble. You were chirping.
Oh,
let's not bring it up. Let's not bring it up because then everyone's going to do it. But I tell you what, if you were there, it was an absolute joy to listen to.
It took me half an inning to get an official warning, so that might be a new record for me.
No yellow
sorry,
cards
Ryan.
issued, but anyways.
Not really, sorry.
No, we'll move on because we've already spoken about Morley way too much. It's not a Morley podcast, guys. Come on, grow up. But here we go. Let's go into this weekend. Obviously, those games will be made up at some point in the near future, I'm sure. Has that been announced yet?
No, most likely midweek. Midweek games at the ballpark, which that's why I was praying for no rain because obviously a bit of excitement leading into the weekend, and then I'd love to see the numbers on rainouts across state league baseball in October across the last 5 years. It's like,
it happens.
You have a sunny week and then Saturday, Sunday,
no chance.
Good. But I think a shout out to Stewie Johnson and Jeremy Dixon down at the ballpark. I know they were up against it. They were, let's be honest, in the end they had no hope against the rain that ended up coming. But I think the ballpark, the field,
we were out there on Friday.
Is in good nick as a pitcher for me, as long as that mound's good. And Stewie had that mound primo in the final series last year, and pitching off it on Friday night seems like he's got it up cherry ripe again. So shout out to Jono. It makes a big difference when you're playing on a good deck, and you really appreciate it because sometimes on Sundays at club balls, Club ball fields, we don't always get that. So
the railing was really comfy. Is all I'm going to say. Yeah.
And you look good on it.
Yeah, just hanging out on the railing. Yeah, that's
no danger coming into the game. But,
not a chance. No.
Even though you've reduced from 3 to 1 point.
Right. So that's the thing now. Yeah, and so that's interesting to say. Is there a thing about personal circumstances now, or is it just that they've just changed the actual?
Yeah,
because it's not just about me; it's about other guys that are in that boat as well.
From what I've seen, looking further into the point system, it's mainly aimed at WA transfers between WA clubs. So it's an interesting one. I use a hypothetical. If I picked a random name, Jordan McArdle came over next year, and just played club ball, would he only be 1 point? Don't know.
No, well, he wouldn't be because he's from the ABL.
It was a bad hypothetical.
Yeah, it was a terrible one. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we move on. There's been a bit of back and forth on the points, but they'll get squared away, like absolutely locked in the next week or two. I think a few clubs were saying this person should be this and this person should be that, but it's pretty much at where it is. So all good.
Yeah, cool.
No one got in trouble over the first 3 games.
Well, we don't know yet, do we? Maybe. No. Everyone's all good. So, the point system is in full effect. But let's move on to this weekend's rounds. I'm just trying to read it here because I have to do some sort of research. So, I apologise to those of you that are watching on YouTube. Friday night, Braves have got looks like Braves have got the doubleheader this weekend. Braves are going to take on Kareen on Friday night. Mm-hmm. Who you got? I think we've got to go Braves in that scenario.
I would, but I think you're going to see good pitching again. I think I think it's going to be another low-scoring affair. Obviously, on the Braves side, Todd might go again. I know Tucker only threw 1 on the weekend, so he might extend a bit more. Matty Kennelly obviously didn't get to throw because of the rain out, so they'll have pitching on that side. But on the other side of things, we've spoken about Green. Jordan Bauer likely gets the start there. And then you've got Connor in relief and their imports. So keeping in mind, both teams will also have a Sunday fixture to worry about. But I can see that being a low-scoring affair, but probably lean towards Braves.
Braves over Kareen in that one. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point about pitching there for Kareen. Let's go on to Sunday. The first game here is Swans versus Vic Park. Another interesting one. Who are we thinking here? We didn't obviously get to see much of Vic Park over the weekend with the rainouts.
We didn't, but what we have seen, if you're following them, is their imports are in town. They've got some Japanese boys. They look like athletic fellas. I don't know what else to say. That's all I can go off at the moment. But like I said, a couple of years ago, Drewy got an absolute ace of a Japanese guy. So if he struck gold again, the league's in for a few tough games against them. But Swans, their import, who picked up the save on the weekend, I envision him starting this game. JD obviously has 1 win under his belt. He'll be looking hard to get his second after a poor start last year. So I think you're going to see import versus import. I'm going to lean with Swans.
I'm going to go the roughie, Big Park. Yeah.
What I would say is I don't think they're a complete roughie. I think this is pretty
roughie as far as our knowledge of them. I mean, it's always a relatively good lineup, and then you add in a couple of import pieces. Well, hey, you could be off to the races. So I'm going to go Vic Park over Swans.
That's good. I know. I did hear on the weekend Sean Garrett, who's been a bit of a leader at Vic Park the last numerous years. He's unfortunately another guy that won't be playing this year.
Okay,
sounds like he's hurt his wrist in the gym. Which is no good. Maybe done some ligaments or something like that. So, Shawnee, sorry to hear that. And, a big bat for them to lose. He kind of slotted nicely into their 3-hole or top 3. He kind of moved around a bit. But, so tough bat to lose. But, hopefully they're able to kind of backfill that.
You tell me that just after I pick Vic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cheers. Yeah,
well, I mean, you could have done your own research.
Yeah. Well, not a chance.
Why?
No, you just go with the gut. It worked last year in the ABL on Blue and Blast. Let's move on. UWA Magpies are going to play the Gosnells Hawks. Who you got here? We saw a little bit. Again, we didn't see much of Magpies.
Yeah, we talked about the Gala weekend being good for 2 games. You kind of see what everyone's got, and that didn't happen. Gonna go Gozzies.
Yeah.
For the reason that I think they'll roll their import out again. Like I mentioned, he's probably got more than 6 hours sleep under his belt in Australia. Probably a little more settled. I think a guy that we didn't mention in our last few episodes is Louis Scaramella. He hit in the 2-hole for Gosnells, had a good game, picked up 2 hits. Always he's a tough out. He's got me on the board. He, a few years ago, he found a fastball in the middle of the plate. But I think if he can keep a hot start, Robbie hitting behind him, and Leachy's there as well in the 4-5 hole. So I'm going to go Gosnells this one.
Yeah, I would have gone Gozzies too, to be fair. Just because, again, like UWA, we have no idea. Let's move on to Morley versus Kareen. I think we're both going to go Morley here, but as he sort of said, it could be some pretty good pitching coming out of Kareen this weekend.
Yeah, again, it'll be, for Kareen, bit of a tough start. This is officially now their opening weekend, and they end up with the 2 grand finalists from last year in Braves on Friday night, and then Morley into Sunday. So bit of a tough assignment for Connor and his team over there at Kareen. I'll be interested to see how Connor attacks the weekend, if he does go hard at one game over the other, and if Connor and Jordan throw Friday night, and maybe we don't see them. But yeah, obviously that I'll be leaning with Morley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that Green have an import centre fielder, which would be cool to see what he brings. Energy, I imagine. So, Green always thereabouts before the heat start, because Jordan's a really solid arm and keeps them in ball games.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Let's go on to Perth versus Rocco. This would be another really good one.
Absolutely.
This would be exciting to watch. Yeah.
Perth, another team that didn't get to play on the weekend. We were scheduled to play them Saturday night, which we were really looking forward to. So they haven't played. Not completely an unknown. We know pretty much what their lineup's going to look like. Fairly similar to last year. Although I know they've added another import bat, or maybe another 2 import bats, and they haven't got an import pitcher. Not that we're aware of at the moment. Wasn't part of the profiles, so unless they're hiding him. But they do have Jai Hewitt and Boston Foot. We've spoken about those young lads heading over, so I imagine one of those will get the start, and I imagine the other relieves. So 2 good Aussie arms there. Rocco.
Yeah.
Go on, say it.
Yeah, you love them. But it's an interesting game for Rocco, right? Like, we're hyping them up. They've got a lot of talent there. If they can go off and knock off a club like this early on in the season, it really sets the tone for them.
Yeah, it does. It does. You can't really see their import not throwing after throwing 5. My understanding is he's not coming off not throwing. He's been thrown in Canada, I believe, so he's built up. He threw 80 pitches last weekend, so I can, he's come ready to go. So yeah, I'd imagine he'll start probably with Vinny in relief. I'd imagine against Perth.
Yeah.
So again, I think you're going to see good pitching. Mr. Nicoletto, who I've been absolutely hyping up. I actually don't think he's in the country yet. Because he didn't play the other night. So Caden, give us a shout out when you land.
Shoot us a
I'll
message,
come pick you up from the airport.
Singy loves it.
But yeah, obviously when that bat arrives, that's a big one.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's here at the minute. So I'm going to side with Perth on this one. I know I'm going against Pixie Click.
I was sure you were going to go Rocco and I was going to go Perth. But yeah, we're both on Perth. There you go.
Yep.
There you go. All right, let's go into the second game of the doubleheader for the Braves. It's going to be Braves versus Victoria Park, Vic Park. Another one that we're like, well, they've got a doubleheader too. My bad, I missed that. Vic Park also have one. So both teams here, you'd probably go along the lines of Braves, considering the depth, not only in arms but also with bats. But again, I mean, just like we spoke about with Rocco wanting to come out, win a couple of games early against a big club, huge opportunity there for Vic Park to come out and do that against Braves early in the season.
So what, have they got a doubleheader, do they?
Correct, yep.
Right, well, look, yeah, if you come out and you split that against Braves, I think you're pretty happy. I think not your messaging, but in the back of your mind as a coach, you're like, just let's go split. Let's get one win and we're happy. At a minimum, you don't want to go and get swept. Getting swept on a doubleheader makes it a crappy Sunday evening drive home. Yeah. So hopefully Vic Park can come out and they might be doing that same thing, identifying one game to go after hard to get that one win and because what you don't want to be doing and the obviously only 3 teams came away with a W on the weekend. Us being one of them, we're really fortunate now. Like you're not chasing that. It's not week 3 and you're still chasing that first W. So with a double header, I'd imagine they go hard at one game. I say you wouldn't want to get swept, but I'm just looking at the arms over Braves, and I will lean towards a Braves sweep here. Yeah. Sorry, Drew.
Yeah. Let's move on to South Perth versus Wanneroo, the last game of the weekend, or at least on Game Changer.
Just
South
a single
Perth.
feature?
Yeah.
No double header?
Yeah, no, just South Perth and Wanneroo. There you go.
Yeah, well, Wanneroo, another team that didn't play. Well, obviously we saw Souths on the very first game of the season. Wanneroo, talked about Rob Sorensen, great guy. You've been giving me
can't wait to meet him.
You've been giving me a hard time. They're looking to be trending a bit younger. They did post their lineup for their first game, which they didn't end up playing, and they're trending a bit younger. But what I would say is, they've got a couple of imports, that big lefty arm. I do note that Callum Shipp had the start in their first game. Yeah. Had it gone ahead, but that probably just means that the import was thrown the second one this week. Do they flip that and import goes, or who knows? I think I rate Callum Shipp really, really highly.
Yeah, it's pretty handy.
So it wouldn't surprise me that he's had a really good preseason and he's just earned that game one start. So we'll see. And then Souths, same thing. Their import just threw a couple of innings last week, so will be better for the outing. Speaking of Maxie Wheeler, they're really happy so far with their new head coach, the player import. He said he's the right fit for what we need at the moment. So hopefully he brings, he's got those boys rallying and feeling good about themselves, and hopefully they can take it up to Wanneroo. But I'll probably lean towards Wanneroo here.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll probably go Wanneroo as well, just considering. So there you go. That's this weekend. It is round 2, but it's for most teams round 1. It's hard to get your head around, but just, it's fine. You guys have got this. You're smart. There you go. So that's exciting, and we hope you guys have a good weekend. We hope you have fun, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode of this isn't Bloop and a Blast, is it?
It is not.
No, this is State League Show. That's right. If you haven't already, make sure you go and check us out at State League Show on Instagram. If you're listening to this on Spotify, we love you. We appreciate you. Leave us a little comment or something like that. If you want to go and check it out, we really need guys, or not guys, anyone, to go and subscribe to us on YouTube. It's all under the Bloop Blast podcast banner on YouTube, at Bloop Blast podcast on YouTube. We really, really appreciate you guys. It's been a little Singy. I'm Big Sexy. There you go, got one in. He is. Snuck one in.
That's
cheeky.
Right. Expect nothing less from you.
Hughesy did actually one thing that I forgot to bring up because we don't play it, but the new intro is in. It'll be in this show.
Okay.
So it's pretty exciting.
That's good.
So those of you that listen to the very, very beginning of this show, you're going to be like, that was sick. And I'm going to play it again on the outro. Why not? I don't care. So, huge shout out to Paul Persick for coming in, the voice of the State League.
Tell you what a load of passion bundled up in one human.
Oh, mate, just a fun guy, and dead set. I messaged him, and he's been busy, man. That guy does he just does this all the time. He's busy.
Go.
AFL, cricket, baseball. Yeah. He'll be out doing the women's baseball. Absolute legend of a bloke. I messaged him and I was like, "Hey man, is it possible to get this voiceover done?" It took him a fair number of weeks. That's why we've had to wait on it, because Paul Persick's been so busy. But
you didn't send the request late, nothing like that.
No, dead set. I could show you, man. I messaged him well before the first episode, thinking he'll get that done. That's easy. And then he's just been flat chat.
Busy, man.
So we appreciate you, Paul. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for doing the voiceover. Go and hit him up on Instagram, everyone, at Paul Persick somewhere, something like that. Paul _Persick. Should have come more prepared for that too. But hey, it's all right. This is my house.
It's what the people expect.
It is what it is. Yeah, that's right. So there you go. We appreciate you guys for listening. Thank you so much. Enjoy the outro. Give it to him, Paul.
Santa Maria! It's the State League Show with Singy and Big Sexy. Get out the right bread and mustard this time, Grandma, because the State League Show starts right now.